there is a very actually scandalous story out there begging to be told involving this high-profile sitting congresswoman's potential marriage to her own brother in an immigration fraud scheme. I mean, is this, if you ask me, this is a bigger scandal, all right, than putting pancakes in his pocket. I mean, can you imagine if it came out that Donald Trump may have married his sister? Even if it wasn't true, it would be the scandal of the century. They would spend months upon months upon months covering it. I mean, they're already trying to make his marriage to Melania a scandal. You know, oh, did he look at her funny? Did he say the wrong thing to her? And yet here is a story where this woman has been credibly accused of marrying her brother, and yet no interest. These aren't new allegations, and there's actual documentation indicating potentially criminal behavior. David Steinberg at PJ Media has been following the story closely for over a year, and it's so complicated, so bear with me as I try to explain it in detail, and we'll get some help from Glenn Beck, who did a great job breaking it down. But according to Steinberg, the allegations began in 2016 with an anonymous tip to two Minnesota journalists, Scott Johnson and Preya Samsundar. The tipster had presented evidence that Omar married her brother in 2009 and was still legally his wife as of 2016. The tipster had also asserted that Omar may have done it to help her brother commit immigration fraud. Further, the tipster had noted that Omar has been culturally married, whatever that means. She's been culturally married to and living with a second man since 2002, the father of her three children. That's a bit of a sticky wicket, isn't it? Speaking of Scotland, and these journalists looked into the tipster's claims. In Minnesota, divorce records are public. So parts of what the tipster claimed were quickly proven true. And Preya Samsundar, one of the original reporters that I mentioned earlier, wasn't having much luck getting satisfactory responses from Omar's campaign team. But in reading the City Page's profile, she made a discovery. She said, quote, whether or not Mr. Zarowski, the author of the City Page's profile, realizes it, he has shed new light into the Omar case. The story, which was originally published on Wednesday, October 26th, Mr. Zarowski wrote that Ilhan Omar's father is named Noor Said Elmi Mohammed. A day later, Zarowski's article was changed, and now Omar's father's name appears in the article as Noor Omar Mohammed. Father's name, Noor Said Elmi Mohammed. It's important because that lends far more weight to the theory that her second husband, Ahmed Noor Said Elmi, is in fact her brother because of that Noor Said part. And if he is her brother, then she would be guilty of marriage and immigration fraud.